human! Boys! Kill it! Crush the leech, boys!
Stop it! Shit! You'll pay for that!
It's locked, all right. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
There's more and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye. But the guards recruit more and more every year.
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol.
It's a leech!
Die, Bernie! It's closed.
It's a leech! Kill it! Filthy piece of shit!
It's locked. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. can't believe I'm doing this. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague. Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof! No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Do you need medical attention?
I'm feeling all right, Doctor. But perhaps it is because I, too, am used to the smell of the dead.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful. Good evening.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No, I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed, I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana. I cannot enter.
My plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hoped that might help.
It's locked. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
What can I do for you?
Thank you. Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir.
Did he really? It's a good thing.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks...
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
I'm not familiar with all the...
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift...
Most of them. Is there a problem?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak it...
Is there anyone...
Well, I have never met someone as...
Why should his age be a problem? How are...
Not good.
Do you think this hospital...
We are all volunteers here.
I'm not familiar with all the stuff...
Brilliant professionals.
Most of them.
It would be in...
Nurse Brannigan.
No. Uh,
Goodbye, nurse. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening, sir.
I don't know if a third opinion is needed.
I see. Would you mind...
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being
I'm a carpenter. And a good one.
Tell me about the doctors who are
Strickland and Aykroyd.
What do you mean? Are you satisfied?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time.
I won't lie to you about it.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Doctor?
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now...
Doctor.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed. Doctor... I am Thoreau Strickland. Doctor...
Please, could you tell me...
I'm a great admirer.
What made you...
I'm not ashamed to admit...
It's all...
This epidemic... I'd rather not talk about it.
As long as you're cautious.
You're not the first one to warn me.
What can you
Well, it has always...
Do you need help with anything?
Well, yes, maybe.
Do you want me to play the errand?
Oh, no, Dr. Reed.
I see. Well, give me the address. You seem quite
I'm convinced that this epidemic...
Questions remain about...
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Doctor?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swan...
If you have a problem with me, Doctor...
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence.
I know we've never met before, but I believe...
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed.
There is no need for...
That is one point we could agree on.
Tell me, Waverley, what do you think?
Strickland is playing with his patient's life.
Are you thinking about something?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery.
Why do you wish...
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be...
Other people may say that's too conservative.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick?
And are you not afraid that...
Rivalry? I guess you could call...
Since your tenure...
Let's just say I'm tired of the
Carelessness?
We're here to save lives.
I don't intend to run any radical...
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and...
It seems you have bad memory.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as science.
We can at least agree on something. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already...
I don't question your skills, Doctor.
And what exactly is that supposed to...
I served in the war, just like you.
Be careful what you insinuate.
I only want you to admit you used...
This is ridiculous.
You see? That is exactly...
I don't know...
I don't question your...
And what exactly is...
I served in the war.
Be careful what you
I only want you to admit...
This is ridiculous.
You see? That...
It seems... We cannot... It's... We can... Thank you for your...
It's locked, all right.
Good evening.
Goodbye. Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Well, it's a euphemism that you...
How would you describe this situation?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking...
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was...
You must...
Sorry.
How long?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is...
You'd be surprised what dedication...
Sorry, Doctor.
How is the Pembroke...
Not well.
Why is Milton...
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about...
Why does Milton...
I don't know. Just ask him.
Goodbye now.
I have wasted too much energy for so little result.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal?
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you...
I'm assuming you must be a...
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever...
Who are these enemies?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes...
The staff here are not...
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of them.
I see. Don't worry.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with the...
And why do you believe...
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what...
Please.
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh...
I see. Have you ever...
Never?
It's...
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal.
Who are you, really?
Is that not enough for you?
I'm curious to know who you were before.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life.
I'll leave you. Good evening, sir.
Unless you're here to fix my fate.
I'm Dr. Reed.
You guessed right, Doctor. German
How is your stay?
Oh, it's bliss.
Can I ask you precisely...
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work.
Can I do anything?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills.
Who is treating you?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much.
Where were you
I really don't want to talk about...
No offense. I was pushing too...
You were an officer, weren't you? Then
How close are you to Miss Hallcroft?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes to...
She's quite harmless, I can assure you.
So do you let her bite you?
And why not? She's only supping a few drops.
She could decide to bite less.
Then it's another good reason for me...
You do realize she's mentally...
In her madness, she never refers to...
Goodbye for...
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Good evening, Mr.
Dr. Reed, is it?
What do you mean? You remained perfectly nice and polite.
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now,
how did you end up in...
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior.
Why did he...
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly...
You dared to enter this awful...
I'm just a man trying to help his friend.
What is the general situation?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions.
Has the gang been...
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint.
Who leads the gang?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife, Edwin.
Do you know Tom Watts? The bar...
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their...
People are still in despair?
How could it be otherwise?
What do you do for a living?
I manage a night asylum for the poor.
Are you a
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just...
Why didn't you use your cross?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross?
Have you made friends since you...
Not really. But I recognize Miss Harry.
You never came to see her here at Vampyr.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor.
How do you feel?
I feel exhausted. Beyond
You're in good hands here.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, mister. It's locked.
Disgust on every street corner.
Good evening, Miss
Daily
Howcroft.
routine.
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich.
Tell me, Thelma.
I'm not sure, Doctor.
Would you say...
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul.
Do you plan to make...
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on any...
I'll leave you.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye.
Corner. The daily routine.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye now.
Another night.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true.
Do we know it?
Actually, yes. We met one.
Dr. Tippett.
He was also very
What is the Pembroke...
This hospital is not exactly...
It's more than enough.
Don't be misled by a...
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran.
No. We must keep on healing all those...
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
What can you tell?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Any opinion?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the bird.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Tell me more about...
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Goodbye, Doc.
And I thought, love.
Good evening, sir.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed.
That's quite a blunt...
You can call me Milton.
I'm not sure I'm...
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty...
You have a keen eye.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed.
How is the situation?
You want to hear the situation is all right?
So what do you do exactly?
I've been an ambulance driver since...
It sounds like things have been a bit rough.
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want.
Since you're on the front line, how is this...
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to...
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital? But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor.
Why do you have such a mediocre rep?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
I'd like to see your...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what...
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim...
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left...
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my
Goodbye now. Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same to the others.
You look exhausted. You're pushing
Another
yourself
night with the
too
glorious
hard.
battalion of Pembroke.
You don't have to bear the burdens of this hospital alone.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.